Hello friends. Today we are going to learn the total techniques that are related to counting of figures which are useful for any competitive examination. So I'll start with the basic way of counting the figures, which is counting of straight lines. So whenever we are going for counting of straight lines, what are the basic things that we need to keep in mind? That's the first thing that we are going to show here. First, whenever you are counting any straight line in any particular figure that is given, first you just have to focus on what are the types of straight lines that can come into picture whenever we are going for counting the straight lines in any figure. There are only four basic types of straight lines that can come in any figure that you are going to come across. Those four are: one, you may be coming across a horizontal line. The line may be horizontal or may be vertical or maybe slant lines, which is looking like this. This is one type of slant line. This is another type. So in any particular figure, the maximum number of types of straight lines that we can come across are four. This is the first thing that you have to keep in mind. What else we have to know, sir? Whenever we are counting the number of straight lines in a particular figure, you have to understand you are not supposed to take here to here as a straight line. The straight line is from starting till ending should be treated as one and only one straight line. When the question is talking about the number of straight lines in any particular figure, by default it means the minimum number of straight lines in that particular figure. So whenever we are counting, ensure that you are counting from starting till ending as one and only one straight line. Now in this particular figure, if you check how many horizontal lines are there, this is one, this is two. Two horizontal lines are there. Coming to the vertical lines, how many vertical lines are there over here? This is one vertical line, this is another vertical, this is another vertical line. In total, we have three vertical lines in this particular figure. So there are three vertical lines here. Coming to the slant lines, which is like this. So slant lines in this diagram are these two, one, this is another one, two are there. Slant lines which are looking like this are two again, these two, hence this is another two. In total, the number of lines we have over here are how many? 9. So hence we have 9 straight lines in this particular diagram. Now if you go ahead with this diagram, to count the number of straight lines here, as I said, we go ahead with the horizontal lines, vertical lines and slant lines. These are the four types of lines that you can come across in any diagram, as I said. Now in this diagram, if you observe, you have only either horizontal or vertical lines only. You do not have any slant lines over here. Coming to the horizontal lines here, the number of horizontal lines in this one are in total 5. We have 5 horizontal lines. Coming to the vertical lines in the diagram, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In total we have 6 vertical lines in the diagram. Coming to the slant lines, we do not have any slant lines in this diagram. In total, the total number of straight lines in the diagram are 11. Coming to this one now. So in this particular diagram, if you check the horizontal lines, same vertical and slant lines over here. Number of horizontal lines in this particular diagram are, number of horizontal lines are 1, 2, 3, 4. In total we have 4 horizontal lines. Coming to the vertical lines, you do not have any vertical line in the diagram. Hence I am taking it as 0. Further, when you go for the slant lines here, so the slant line which is looking like this, which is bent towards right. So how many are there? So 1, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. In total we have 3. Slant line which is looking like this, which is bent towards left side. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So in total we have how many horizontal, how many slant lines? 4 lines over here. In total, if you check the total number of straight lines in the diagram, when you are adding all these 3, it will give you how much? 11. So this is how you take any particular figure, it doesn't matter, but keep in mind we will have only 4 types of straight lines in any particular diagram. But the if you take any competitive examination here, This is a very rare model that is coming in the exams. It is not that difficult to count. If at all they are asking you the questions over here in a competitive examination, the question may look like count the number of straight lines in this and count the number of triangles also. So they may be embedding one more question to that, counting the number of straight lines. So you have to count the straight lines as well as triangles. Here also count the number of straight lines and count the number of squares or count the number of rectangles. Like that they can further ask the questions over there. But the basic model in figure counting will be this line counting only. Based on this knowledge, so what is the next thing that we can learn? So second thing that we are going to learn here would be counting of rectangles in any particular diagram. Let's have a look at the second model, that is counting of rectangles here. To count the number of rectangles in any closed figure of this kind or this kind, I'll tell you the simplest shortcut way of solving the problem here. But manually if you try, that will take more time. Don't do that in the exam, because if you look at the rectangle over here, this is one rectangle, this is another rectangle, this is third one, this is fourth one, this bigger one is fifth, this is sixth. Counting like that will take more and more time for you. So I just have counted only till 6 over there. Still there are more rectangles over there. To avoid that confusion of counting the rectangles like that, what I suggest you to do is, whenever you come across any closed figure of this kind, you just blindly follow the method I am going to show. The method is simply take the horizontal sum, write the natural numbers over here, continuous natural numbers, you simply add them. If you are taking the horizontal sum here, that is 1 plus 2 is 3. Similarly, vertical sum is how much? 3. So in total, how many rectangles are there? You simply take the horizontal sum into vertical sum. That will give you in total how many? 9. So some people were having a doubt like, sir, how did we get that shortcut? So I'll tell you how that shortcut has come as well. The shortcut has been derived by using a method called as permutations and combinations. Whenever you are having n horizontal lines and m vertical lines, the number of rectangles that can be formed is always given by, if at all you are having n horizontal lines and m vertical lines, the total number of rectangles that can be formed in that particular grid is given by NC2 into MC2. NC2 is nothing but n into n minus 1 by 2. Similarly, MC2 is nothing but m into m minus 1 by 2. Now in this particular diagram we have how many horizontal lines? In total I have 3. So that will give you, if I am putting n as 3, so this will give me 3 into 2 by 2. Coming to the number of vertical lines here, I still have 3 vertical lines. So the sum here will become how much? Here also 3 into 2 by 2. That will give you how much? 3 into 3. That is giving you 9. Doing this much in the competitive examination will take more time. That's why we suggest you to go by using this method. That will always be useful. Coming to the second diagram here. This is also a closed grid. So here if I wish to count the number of rectangles, you simply represent the boxes with the sequential natural numbers, continuous natural numbers, horizontally and vertically. Simply take the horizontal sum. Here if I am choosing the horizontal sum here, horizontal sum here will be how much? First 6 natural numbers sum is 21. If at all you are willing to take the sum of first n natural numbers, the sum of first n natural numbers is given by n into n plus 1 by 2. So here the number of natural numbers I have here is 6. So that will give me how much? 6 into 7 by 2. That is giving me 21. Similarly, vertical sum if I wish to take, vertical sum here is 1, 2, 3. If I am adding the first 3 natural numbers, the sum will be how much? 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 6. In total, how many rectangles are there in this particular diagram? Horizontal sum is 21, vertical sum is 6. In total, it is giving you 126. This is one type of counting the number of rectangles. The other type will be, you may not be having a closed grid like this. This is one simple example for that. If you take here, if you represent the natural numbers, I do have how many natural numbers in total? 4 I have to take the horizontal sum. Horizontal sum is how much here? It is going to be 10. Vertical sum, so vertical I have only 1, so I can neglect that. Even if you wish to take vertical sum, that will give you how much? 1. So 1 into 10 I can take, or otherwise I can simply say it as horizontal sum, that is enough. That's why it is giving you how much here? 10. But this is slightly different from that. So you have to be careful over here. I'll show you the trick for it. If you take it here, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is in total giving me 10. Again 1, 2, 3, 4. This also is giving me how much? 10. In total I have till now how many? 10 plus 10, 20. Further, if I write the numbers like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is again giving me how much? This sum is giving me how much? 10. Now you cannot multiply the way we did here, because that multiplication will come only if you are having a closed grid like this. It is not a closed grid. Please try to understand that. It's a combinational figure. So here we know that this is giving you in total 10. This is also giving you 10. This vertical sum is also giving you 10. But if you observe carefully, this 4, whatever is observed over here at this corner, this is already being counted into 10. Again I am counting that into what? This 10 also. That means that is counted twice. I have to remove that. Similarly, this one is also already counted into this 10. Again I am counting it into this 10. That's why I have to remove that as well. That's why in total the number of rectangles here will be how much? 10 plus 10 plus 10 I am taking. I have to remove whichever have been counted twice. So there are 2 rectangles which are being counted twice into this sum as well as into this sum. That's why I should not take the 2 rectangles over here. That's why I am removing 2 from that. In total it will give you how much here? 28. In the same manner, if you take this into consideration, this is slightly different from this again. So what exactly is that? If you go for the number of rectangles here, again, if you take this one, this is, you forget about this line for some time. You take this as one box, this as one box. So in total it is giving you how much? So let me write it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This 1, 2, 3, 4 is adding up to how much here? This 1, 2, 3, 4 is adding up to how much? 10. That means there are 10 rectangles over there. Plus, I am counting. See, this I have counted, this I have counted, this also I have counted. What I have not counted, I will show you further. Again, if you take this into consideration, this will give you how much? 1, 2. Just this one you take. Totally how many are there? 1, 2. So in total how much will be there? If at all I am having 1, 2, 3, 4, I was adding 1, 2, 3, 4. That was adding up to 10. Now I am having here 1, 2. So this is adding up to how much? 3. This is adding up to 3. Again this is also 1, 2. That is also adding up to how much? 3 more. So 10 plus 3 plus 3. I repeat, this vertical sum, it is giving me 10. This diagram is giving me 1 plus 2, 3 in total. This particular portion is giving me 1 plus 2, that is 3. Why 3? I will show you if you have a doubt. 1, 2, this one, that is totally giving me 3. Similarly 1, 2 plus this one. In total that is also giving me how much? 3. Now the other thing that you have to be careful over here is, we have counted this square, but we have not counted this bigger one. This bigger one I have to take into consideration along with this bigger one also. That's why 2 more we did not count. We will be counting those 2 as well. That's why in total we are getting how many? 18. So this is how we can count the number of rectangles. In the same manner, if at all you are willing to count the number of squares, how do we go about? That will be the next type for us. Coming to the next topic, that is counting of squares. There is a difference between the number of squares and number of rectangles. The reason being, the number of rectangles means we need to have 2 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines. Whereas the opposite sides are equal, but all the sides need not be equal in a particular rectangle. Wherein, in a square, the opposite sides are equal and all 4 sides will also be equal. That's why the number of squares will be different from number of rectangles. Now, whenever I wish to count the number of rectangles, we have taken two horizontal lines and any two horizontal lines and any two vertical lines, whereas if I wish to count the number of squares, I have to take the lines which are equidistant. Here I have only one square over here. That is a very basic type, I can say. Coming to this one now, how many squares are there? So if you look at this 1 unit square, smaller pieces, 1, I have 2, 3, 4, and this bigger one, 2 unit one, 2 by 2 unit, that is one more. In total I am having how many? 5. Whereas counting in the same manner, the number of squares in this diagram will be difficult. As the size of the diagram keeps on increasing, it will become difficult for us to handle the problems of this kind. That's why we have to have a technique for counting the number of squares. The technique is, whenever you are trying to count the number of squares in a square grid means, if at all you are having number of rows and number of columns equal, see 2 rows, 2 columns, 3 rows, 3 columns, 5 rows, 5 columns. If at all you are having rows and columns equal, that is called as square grid. In any square grid, counting the number of squares goes by this method. The method is, you simply place the numbers over here, 1, 2, 1, 2. You now start. Going ahead with largest into largest, or otherwise I will tell you one more method, I will take you to this method again. One more method is, if at all you are having any square grid, you are having any square grid in the sense number of rows and number of columns in the particular given diagram are same. Now in such a scenario, what you can do is, this is a 2 by 2 diagram. If it is a 2 by 2 diagram, you simply go ahead like this, 2 square plus 1 square. This is a 3 by 3 unit diagram, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You have 3 rows, 3 columns. So in this particular diagram, you can go like this, 3 square plus 2 square plus 1 square. You simply start with this. You keep on reducing the number by 1 until you go to 1 square. This is a square grid which is having 5 rows and 5 columns. 5 rows and 5 columns, as I said. Just changing it to 5 rows, 5 columns only. Right. So I am having 5 rows, 5 columns. Here, as it is a 5 row, 5 column diagram, you simply go ahead by 5 into 5. No? So you start with 5 square plus 4 square plus 3 square plus 2 square plus 1 square will give you the answer. This is how you can go for counting the number of squares in any square diagram, which is square grid, I can say. Whereas in the same diagram, if at all you are willing to count the number of rectangles, the method is different. If you are willing to count the number of rectangles in these given figures here, answer will be different. Rectangles here, if you wish to find, what we will do, vertical sum is 3, horizontal sum is 3. So for this diagram, it will be 3 into 3, that will give you 9. Whereas coming to this one, vertical sum here is 6, horizontal sum here is 6. So total number of rectangles in this diagram will be 6 into 6, that is 36. Whereas coming to this one, horizontal sum here is 15, vertical sum will also be 15. So total number of rectangles will be 15 into 15, that will be giving you how much? 225. So in any particular diagram, when you are counting the number of squares and number of rectangles, keep in mind number of rectangles will always be more than the number of squares, because of the reason that every square is a rectangle, but every rectangle is not a square. That means whenever you are counting rectangles, in that squares are also counted, because every square is a rectangle, that we know. That's why the number of rectangles in any diagram will always be more than the number of squares in that particular diagram that is given over there. If you count the number of squares over here, in this one the total number of squares are coming out to be how much? 4 plus 1, this is giving you 5. Here it is coming out to be how much? 14. Here this will be giving you how much? If at all you are going by counting it, you can take it this way, 25 plus 16, 41 plus 9, 50 plus 4, 54 plus 1, 55. So total number of squares in this diagram are 55, whereas the number of rectangles are how many? 225. That's why in any grid of this form, the number of rectangles will always be more than the number of squares in the diagram. Keep this in mind. Going ahead with the next model in counting the squares. We have many other models based on the finding the number of squares. So let me take you to the other models over here based on the knowledge that we have already gained. As we have already seen, whenever you are having this type of diagram, you can blindly remember it as the number of squares in this diagram are 5. This diagram has 5 squares in it. I have already shown that 1, 2, 1, 2. So 2 square plus 1 square, that will give you how much? In total, that is 5. Now, there is one more diagram which looks the same. This is another shape. This is also same shape only, but it is looking slightly different, but it is same only. Right. So here also the number of squares in this particular diagram will also be how many? 5 only. Now in the exams, how they can give you based on mixing of the concepts. Mixing on the concepts in the sense, whenever we are going for mixing this with this, combinational diagrams I can say. So the combinational diagrams look like this. Whenever we are going for combinational diagrams, whenever we go for combinational diagrams, we have to think in this manner. Just have a look at. Say suppose I am taking this diagram. We know that this diagram is already having how many squares in it? This is already having 5 squares in it. What they do is, they will be clubbing this with this one. Here. Now if you check how many squares are there in this diagram, we already know that this particular diagram is already having 5 squares in that. Apart from that, we have this one. This is another square. Please remember, this is not same as this. This is different from this. Try to understand. Here these are diagonals in this particular diagram. In this particular square, these are acting as diagonals, whereas these are not diagonals in this diagram. If I extend this further, what they can give is, this is a square, we know. In this square, I am drawing like this. Here the question will be, find the number of squares in this diagram. So here please be careful. Here in this black one, I am using black color here. In this particular structure, the total number of squares are how many? In total, the number of squares in this one are how many? 5. Plus, if you check this blue one, I am just highlighting this. This particular diagram, if you check, this is a square. This is a square. This is having 2 lines which are looking like this. So that means this highlighted shape is looking like this second one, which gives you another 5 squares. In total, the number of squares are coming out to be how much? 5 plus 5. That is giving you how many? 10. So this will give you 10 squares over here. Further, if you have a look at this one, we know that this shape has 5 squares in that. I'll extend it now. How say? If I am putting another smaller piece over here, this one, total number of squares in this structure now will become how many? Now observe carefully. This is entire structure is giving me 5. Plus this small structure will again give me 5 more, because this is again looking like this shape only. So in total, the number of squares are becoming 10, because 5 in this one, 5 in this one. So in this type of situation, what I suggest is you count like this: 1, 2. So this is one shape, this is another shape. 2 shapes. So each shape will be giving you 5, each structure will be giving you 5, 2 structures are giving you 10. If I add one more, this one, this will give me another same structure of this type, which gives me another 5 squares. If I am adding further, if I take one more shape inside that, so that will give me another 5 squares. If I am adding one more, that gives me another 5. So in total, how many squares are there in this one? So if I wish to count the number of squares in this one, you simply go ahead by counting in this manner. How many such structures are there? How many such structures are there? You count it like this, taking one corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in total, I have how many such structures here? 5 such structures, 5 structures of this kind, and we know that each structure gives you 5 squares there. In total, 5 structures will give us how many? 5 structures, each structure giving me 5 squares. In total, we have how many squares in this one? In total, we have 25 squares in this particular diagram. Coming to the next one. So continuation of whatever, wherever we have stopped. Now going ahead with, so if at all you are willing to count the number of squares in this particular diagram over here, so what we need to first understand is, what is the base of counting? So whatever we have learned, that will be helpful for us. I am clubbing that previous idea with the first idea that I have already shown. The first model that we have already seen was, whenever you are having any structure of this kind, this is a combination one, please observe this. Whenever you are having any structure of this kind, the total number of squares will come out to be 5. That structure is having 5 squares in that. If at all I am drawing like this, this is another square for us. So that's why in total that structure is having how many squares over there? 6. So if at all I am drawing any structure inside like this, this will give you only one square. That you please keep in mind, because it is not giving you any other square except this black one that I am highlighting over there. Then how to count the number of squares in this particular diagram, sir? Now if you go back to the basics that we have learned, in this particular diagram that we have just now learned, this is having 5 squares in it. If I am having one more square like this inside, that will give me another 5 squares, which is adding up to total 10. So if at all I am having one more here, that will give us 5 more squares here. In total the number of squares will become 15. Now further, if you check here, whatever I am going to highlight, this is one, this is one structure, this is second structure, this is third. So there are 3 such structures, these blue ones that I am drawing inside here, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 such structures where each structure is giving me 5 squares. That's why in total I am having how many squares over there? 3 structures, each giving me 5 squares. In total I have how many? 15. Apart from those 15, I still have more squares over there. So what are the other squares that are being left when I am counting? So this I did not count. So this is one square for me. Similarly, this is another square which is inside. This is another square which is inside. So totally we are having how many squares over there? I repeat, 3 structures each having 5 squares over there. Apart from that, we have 2 squares which are looking like this. So 2 squares I have inside which have to be further counted, so that is plus 2. In total I am getting how many squares over here? 17. So that's why this structure is having a total of how many squares in that? 17. That means whatever the further diagrams that we are going to get will definitely depend on whatever basics we have learned. That's why if your basics are strong, solving any problem of that kind will never be difficult. So focus on the basics thoroughly. Next type, counting of squares only, but counting of squares in a rectangular grid. So as I have already told you, you may be asked to find the number of squares in a square grid in the sense a grid which is having same number of rows and same number of columns. Whereas here it is not a square grid, both are rectangular grids only, because here the number of rows are 1, 2, 3, number of columns are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Similarly here the number of rows are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, number of columns are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when the number of rows and columns are not equal in a particular grid, that we call it as rectangular grid. In a rectangular grid, counting the number of squares, how do we go about? So coming to the procedure over here, if at all it is a square grid, we have already learned a shortcut for that. The shortcut was what? If at all it is a square grid like this, if it is a 3 by 3 grid, if it is a 3 by 3 grid like this is a square grid. In this counting the number of squares, I already have given the trick. So what is the trick I have given? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I said if it is a square grid, I said right, so number of rows into number of columns. Number of rows are 3, number of columns are say 3. It is a 3 by 3 grid. If at all you are having like this, what did I tell you? Go ahead like 3 square plus 2 square plus 1 square. You simply add it, that will give you the total over there, which is coming out to be 15. But here it is not a square grid, that is a rectangular grid. Then how do we handle in such a scenario? Now let me derive that shortcut by this observation only. In any situation, whether it is a square grid or a rectangular grid, the basic technique for counting the number of squares will be like this. Start with the largest number here and here. Multiply largest with the largest. Largest in the row is 3, largest in this column is 3. So you just multiply 3 with 3. After that step, keep on decreasing each term by 1. Keep on decreasing each term by 1. If you are decreasing this by 1, that will give you 2. If you decrease this by 1, that will also give you 2. Plus, next again decrease both by 1 each. So that will give you 1 into 1. You simply add this. That will give you the total. So this idea is applicable whether it is a square grid or a rectangular grid. This is a universal technique, I can say. Now here, it is a rectangular grid because the number of rows and columns are not equal. In such a case, what you have to do is, please write down the numbers over there. Represent the numbers over there, consecutive numbers. After that, you start with multiplying largest with largest. Largest row wise, largest column wise. Whatever numbers are written, you multiply those. So you start with largest into largest. After that, what has to be done, sir? Keep on decreasing each number by 1 every time. If you do that, next one will be 4 into 2. Further, next decrease each by 1, that will be 3 into 1. Sir, when should I stop? You have to stop whenever you are reaching one of the term as 1. If one of the numbers becomes 1, stop over there. That's the last step of counting. Now going ahead with this one here, if I represent the numbers are looking like this. 5 vertically, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in this case, again, it is a rectangular grid in which I have to count the number of squares. As I have already given the idea, start with the largest, multiply it with the largest. So multiplying the largest number with the largest number, so that is 7 into 5. Plus, next keep on decreasing each term by 1. So if I am decreasing this number by 1, that will give me 6. Decrease this by 1, that will give me 4. Next again further, decrease this by 1. Decrease this also by 1. Further, decrease this by 1. This also by 1. Further, decrease this by 1. This also by 1. You now add that. So if you are adding this, that will give you the total number of squares in this particular diagram. Here it is giving me 15 plus 8 plus 3. In total it is adding up to how much? 26. 23 plus 3. Similarly here, this is 35. This is giving you 24. This is giving you 15. This is giving you 8. This is giving you 3. In total how much? You simply go for adding the total numbers, that will give you the answer here. So if you are adding all this, 35 plus 24 will give me 59. 59 plus 15 will give you 74. 74 plus 8 will give you 82. 82 plus 3 is giving me in total 85 over there. That's the next one. Coming to the next problem in counting of squares. So this is also something which is having the basic models that we have already discussed, but there is something extra here. The basic model that we have already seen here is, if you focus only on this area that I am trying to highlight, this area if you focus on, this area will give you how many squares, that we can easily find, because this is going to be a 3 by 3 square grid. This portion will give you 3 by 3 square grid. That 3 by 3 square grid will give you how many squares in total? 3 square plus 2 square plus 1 square. Those are the number of squares inside this particular structure that I am highlighting. Apart from those, we are still having some like squares extra. What are those extra squares over here? We are having 4 squares extra. So plus 4 is what I am going to take over there. So in total, we are going to get how many squares over here? That will give you 9 plus 4, 9 plus 4, 13, 13 plus 1, 14. 14 plus 4 will give you in total how much? 18. So that will be the number of squares in this particular diagram. Let's have a look at the next example now. So in this example also we have to count the number of squares in this one. So if you try to count the number of squares, first you try to observe the combination of figures that are over there in the diagram. Going ahead with. So here it is having a structure of this kind. First of all, the first diagram that we can see from this one is a 4 by 4 square grid. A 4 by 4 square grid we can see. That square grid is there in this one. So forget about this internal structures that I have drawn. Just look at this larger one. So that one is having this shape. In this 4 by 4 square grid, how many squares will be there? We know. So that is 4 by 4 square grid. So I can simply say it as 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how I have. If it is a square grid, in that one counting of squares trick we have already learned. The trick is what? You simply multiply this. So what exactly is that? As it is a 4 by 4 square grid, you can simply start with what? 4 square plus 3 square plus 2 square plus 1 square. Do like that. That will give you the number of squares in this particular structure. Now going ahead with. Yeah, what else we have to count? We have already counted the number of squares in this particular structure over there. We still have some more diagrams that are drawn inside, that you have to be careful here. What is that, say? If I am drawing something like this, if you remember, I have already shown whenever you come across a structure of that kind, that structure always has how many squares in it? 5 squares in it. If that is the case, here this particular structure I have drawn inside will give me another 5 squares. Similarly, if I draw one more structure over here, that gives me another 5 squares. If I draw one more structure here, that gives me another 5 squares. This will give me another 5 squares. So in total, we have how many squares over here? So 5 squares we have 4 times. That's why 5 plus 5 plus 5, I am taking 4 times over there. So this is going to give you the total number of squares in this particular diagram that is given. If you are adding up this one, 16 plus 9 is 25, 25 plus 4 is 29, 29 plus 1 is 30, 30 plus 20 is giving you a total of how many squares in that? 50. That's how we can count the number of squares in various types of diagrams.